progress Mr. President thinks Nigerians deserve? I'm asking because economists say great policies so far. But with this reaction we've seen, do you think the president needs to adjust his approach? And if so, I want you to be very precise and very specific with those policies you think Mr. President has to reverse.
There are a number of policies that he has introduced that, you know, if I was in his communication team, I will forewarn Nigerians. Policies, the physical policies, the policies on social development, those are not policies that gives result overnight. It gives result over time. And that should be communicated. That should have been communicated. You know, Nigerians are very patient people. And so if you roll out a policy that will require long-term implementation to give the expected result, you need to communicate that. The idea that things are going to happen overnight, you know, it's not for the kind of audience that we have called Nigerian, you know. So the problem is not that most of his policies are bad. The problem is that there's no proper communication of timeline where these policies will yield the expected result. Right. You know, I keep saying it. I keep saying it that this president means well, but you can mean well, and if you're not able to communicate the wellness that you mean, it will turn ugly. And as such, you know, I expect proper interrogation of policy, proper communication of policy, proper briefing of who will implement the policy. And we go back to the same thing we said before, without sounding repetitive. You know, there is no doubt, Prof was talking about, you know, this government inherited a dead economy. And to revive a dead person, you need to go more than the extra mile. And part of the strategy will be to effectively communicate that. There's nothing wrong with trying to say, look, listen, I inherited a bad economy. And we shouldn't politicize that, you know. And this is what this president has been struggling with, and it needs to be communicated.
All right. Gentlemen, let's talk about the issues, because many say food inflation, which is the elephant in the room, is the only metric that affects about 99% of the Nigerian population directly. And I know that in addressing food insecurity, recently the federal government announced about 6 strategies in total. First is the